Do you want to be in charge of the button?
No.
Okay.
I'm not responsible. I just don't trust Slark right now. I've seen too many garbage Slark games with weird item builds or something. Oh, he's queuing up treads. All right, we're in it.
Is that a good item build?
I think so. I mean, Phase is really good on Slark by all means, but attack speed is also super good. You can get, what, 30 from treads on Agi. It's got to steal stats to do damage. They don't have much hard carry on the team outside of, what, Lashrak? And they're against an AM. So, and even, like, against an Ember, too. I'm really proud of these Chinese teams for giving a lot of high fives, so that part's pretty cool. They're really into that.
They're chasing. They want flyby. What are they going to skill here on the Slark? They know that that would have been the follow-up, so good disruption from Offit. But that might mean that they're sacking Bounty Rune's bottom, but they are trying to take them up top. 1, 2, 3 would like to run in and snipe this at the very last moment, but they both stayed here, so he doesn't want to lose all of his mana to Anti-Mage just for the chance at a Bounty Rune.
So 3 bounty, or sorry, it's 2 and 2. Okay.
Yeah, CDEC get both bottom, RNG get both top. And Omni Knight, is he going to get, doesn't seem like he's going to get a lot of help here. They are just aiming to do damage. Lanham not opting for the shackles or anything. Omni's already scaled up to Heavenly Grace. Just zoned all the way back. Lanham's just going to sit here, right? It's just...
With boots, yeah.
Yeah, he's not going to let him pass.
Omni is countered. He's got way more damage than him. He's got movement speed advantage.
He's going to force past with the Heavenly Grace. Okay, his Nyx Assassin is coming now also with boots. So Anti-Mage does get the lane under control nicely at first. There's denies.
Hey, Basket, do you want
what's up?
Can I play-by-play for the first, like,
Yeah,
15
go
minutes?
for it, my dude.
Because I'm, like, I need to get my blood flowing here.
Yeah. Do you need to stand up as well?
I might, actually.
Okay,
I think I'm going to. Oh, God. All right.
Purge warned you as well. He was like, these chairs are too comfy.
They really are.
They'll put you to sleep.
Oof. Anyway,
Okay, yeah.
So.
Analysis, base kip engaged.
Why don't you reboot real fast?
yeah, I need a second. Ask me a play-by-play question.
You're translating. What's happening right now?
Where am I?
What kind of noises can you make?
How long can you hold your breath?
How long can you talk without breathing?
Oh, God.
It's different parts of the brain for analysis versus play-by-play, clearly.
What's your favorite song, Basket?
Oh, my favorite song.
New song, like something you found recently that you're just all about.
Oh, what have I been listening to recently?
I got a good answer.
Yeah, what do you got?
The ESL soundtrack, dude.
Is it good?
I've loved those songs. They're in my mind now.
They have a like Spotify playlist or something?
I like Googled. I wrote down one of the songs at the last event I went to, and then I Googled it, and somebody had made like a playlist of like all the songs that were played in the ad breaks. And now when I listen to them, it makes me think that I'm about to go live again, because that's when you hear them, because you put the headsets on. But some of them I think are genuinely pretty good. So I listened to one for like, I don't know, 2 hours the other day.
RNG are out-CSing.
You haven't answered
hard.
the question. Shut the hell up.
What song? I don't remember what the artist name is. I'll have to look it up. But also, I'm
still in play-by-play mode.
No, well, I'm still in observer mode.
Oh, that's true. You have to do your job.
Oh,
Kyle,
God.
quit distracting.
You've been observing this whole time, dude. Shout out to Baseskip, guys. He's actually observed all day.
I
yesterday and
I
today.
observed all day yesterday as well.
Wait, how long?
Don't tell them that.
You were here for 12 hours yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I missed the kill.
No,
I didn't. It doesn't count. It doesn't count.
Oh, we got action down bottom, though. The Grimstroke Inkspo will land. They're going to get the stun over the Slug. He's taking a ton of damage. Flyby with the 13 retaliate stacks. Thanks, Ice Frog. That's a first blood with the plus how much damage? 53.
Yep.
That used to be just a passive, boys and girls. It ain't no more.
That's true. Passive's being removed, except for many of them, like Essence Shift.
Stun coming in with a Lon M. Lon M on the run. That 1 point in Degen Aura could be enough. The Hex comes out as well. James in some trouble, but the boots, he should be okay. The body block, Lon M. One more attack, one more attack. The Archer, no! The creep!
It's a range creep. How dare you.
Wasn't it an Archer in the past, or am I thinking?
Han, probably.
Yeah, it was in Han. Sorry, folks. Well, technically, I guess it's not an Archer. But he's shooting a projectile from the stick thing. So
I've got my answer as well on the song.
Oh.
It's Come Down by Anderson .Paak. It's been stuck in my head
Great
the
song,
whole
dude.
time.
I'm a huge fan of Anderson .Paak. There's this thing called Tiny Desk Radio.
Oh, yeah.
On YouTube.
Oh,
He's
my
got
God.
the best one.
That is so good. All right. James
Tiny Desk Concert. Wow.
Yeah.
Oof. Monet takes out James.
This anti-mage is getting pretty big, gotta
Yeah.
say. This is an amazing start.
And what's the easiest way to win a game of Dota? Purge?
Destroy
Have
their
your opponents be worse than you.
Okay, base skip. That wasn't the answer.
To what, destroy their ancient?
No, win all 3 lanes.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And that's what they're doing.
Yeah,
They
but
are.
you win all 3 lanes when your opponents are worse than you.
Or you outdrafted them, so that's the other thing. But yeah, they are crushing it. Are you a little bit surprised at all to see the... I guess it makes sense for the Centaur to just be contesting the lane here, right? You want to pressure the Slark. You don't want to just give him free farm under the tower.
And this is why a lot of the, this is why Centaur is a problem in terms of his strength in the meta, because he has 1100 health at level 4, and he just pressures the carry. They're 2v3 and it doesn't matter. It still feels like the stronger Slark. He gets Inkswell, going to leap forwards onto Afu, the no disrupt, and they will find the kill, but key is it's on the support, not the Centaur, and he'll have a wave pushing into him, no problem. Does collect a bounty rune, another 2 for 2 exchange.
He's playing slightly different. He's got boots and a bracer already. That's not super typical. So usually they'll buy like a chainmail or something, they'll trade hits, but a bracer, magic resistance, a little bit more damage.
I see the bracers.
Really?
I oftentimes see like brown boots, 2 bracers. It's shifted a bit just because of the change. I actually don't even know. I think it's because of the double edge. People just learned that this was the most efficient laning. Because you also get the plus damage, of course, for last hitting.
I suppose, and you get the more magic resistance by using double edge, so that allows you to spam it more than just like a regen item, maybe. Now he's gonna get phase, so he's gonna have armor and
these
magic.
small items always feel so value.
Yeah.
Like
It's like 30 mana as well, or 60 mana as well, which is nice. Not 60. I don't even know how much mana it is.
36.
Guys. Yeah, thanks.
It's 12 per. I mean, this is my favorite way to play offlane usually. It's just to like outlane the carry basically by like cheap efficient items and make it hard for him to even approach the creep wave.
Yep.
It's
he's got phase boots now.
I'm hard countered by like AFK junglers like Naga and TB, but like people that need to stay in the lane, it feels really good because then they just a lot of times you push them into out of their comfort zone and they don't really know how to catch back up.
I do. I kind of like the move from TDC here. James has been having a pretty hard time, so they're rotating the Leshrac into the jungle. He can start farming up some stacks and whatnot, and they give experience to the Nyx Assassin.
Yep.
Because they need this Nyx Assassin to be coming online.
For sure. That's how they're going to hunt this AM. It is a nice hero to play because you...
Whoop.
Oh, what?
My bad.
It's all good. Don't worry about it. You can hunt the Anti-Mage once he has Battle Fury. You just Carapace the Cleave. Same goes for the Ember. You just get on top of the Flame Guard. And we think he might be able to do the same to Centaur by just auto-attacking him out of Vendetta, but I don't think it will work.
He
Two kills on him.
Yeah, this AM is getting pretty large.
It's definitely scary. You don't have a real answer to the Monet AM either. Remember, this is a top 3 TI player. People sleep on Monet, but him and Afu were part of that LFY run back in TI7 until they ran into the unstoppable Liquid, who just kind of powered through that lower bracket.
I do like the... I guess it's not too non-standard, but more points in the mana break. Just keep the Omni Knight at nothing.
Yeah. The counter to spamming an annoying ability. Although pure damage is huge too.
Yeah, and he doesn't have his Ring of Health just yet, so killing him and actually giving his full mana pool back is... It's still worth it, but it's annoying once he comes back to the lane.
Yeah, definitely.
Omni Knight just gonna kind of himself anyway, get some value before he loses it.
This is definitely problematic for CDEC though, because they're still just like they're losing all of their lanes. You do not win games of Dota when that happens.
I think it's gonna be the same as that other Leshrac game that we saw. It was the Lesh Anti-Mage, right? And they were behind, and every time that the Lesh came to try and take a tier 1 tower, they just killed him. Like the Ember would TP. It's actually a very similar game in terms of setup. Of course, the Leshrac is playing mid lane this time around.
Do you like his build here? Max stun, 2 points lightning.
Oh, this is weird, huh? Yeah, so maybe he realizes that this is even what's going to happen, and that taking towers is not so much of an option.
Also, the obvious thing is that if one of your skills is a lot more leveled up, then casting them to farm like neutral creeps, especially, is going to cost you less mana because you're getting more damage per skill. Yeah. Is one thing. So rather than doing like 2 points of all of his skills and having to use things other than Pulse Nova to less, I mean, he's mostly using Pulse Nova, but it also could be like an AoE thing, easier to land disables on hard to kill heroes.
They definitely need the stuns this game, like especially because you've got an Omni Knight as your offlaner, right? So I think Lesh needs to be providing a little bit more of that lockdown.
Like, his trade-off is he would have more Edict levels right now, but it's not even that useful.
Is it going to do anything? Right now they're just farming the whole map. They're not even trying to pressure anywhere.
He doesn't even feel comfortable to go mid, basically. He's been jungling for a while now because he's worried about dying to the Ember Spirit, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
So,
Is it
it's fine.
base kip or bass kip?
Base kip.
Base kip. Got it.
Yeah. Toby still can't get it right all these years. Actually, he's gotten better.
To be fair, he still calls it the Dro Ranger, and it drives me insane. But he refuses to stop.
Instead of Drow.
Madman. Yeah. It's the Drow. Not the Drow. But I'm pretty sure it's Drow. I think that's what she says. Drow Ranger. That's what she says when she's picked.
Does,
Yeah. I trust the hero.
I don't know, but a lot of the heroes say mechanism, but isn't it mechanism? Everyone
It's
just calls it
mechanism,
mech.
But I always say mechanism. I refuse to say mechanism.
Mechanism. Is that even how
Check it.
Yeah, it doesn't have.
Check it.
See, it's
I thought-
mechanism.
But I
There's
think
an
that
I.
there's an implied.
Wait, is there no I now? Oh, there isn't an I. That's right. It's not mechanism.
I like mech. How about just
Hey,
mech?
we avoid this situation by everybody just calling it mech.
I avoid it by doing what I want.
Oh, Kevin.
Watch out, dude. I'm a troublemaker.
Don't.
Treads Midas. Look at his attack speed. His attack speed is
It's
actually
actually
better
faster
than the 15,000 gold net worth. Slark.
Yeah, he was like 0.79, and this Slark is already up to 0.84.
And he's level like 5
All
or
right,
something.
they're rotated onto Lanham. This little bit of an optimistic TP out. Too much damage from XM.
And that's why he maxed him.
Yep. The thing is that they won't be able to turn that kill into a tower. I guess he has 2 points in Edict. That's enough. That's enough to get it
He's
started.
got a Bassy.
Yeah,
I
I
like
like
the
this
best.
move. It's similar to the game we saw Lesh earlier, right? He has to be the one making plays and rotating around the map. They won't find kills and restore equilibrium in these lanes otherwise.
Guys, I dare say Bassi is underpurchased right now.
Probably.
I agree.
The best thing about this move is that it was completely plausible that the Lesh was also still just farming the jungle. Right? There's nothing that signals this gank if you're RNG.
Yeah.
Like, the Nyx Assassin's been sitting mid for the last few minutes, so Nyx sitting there gives you no information really as to whether or not Lesh is ganking or
Yeah,
jungling.
that's a huge thing actually at higher levels of play is like chaos essentially. Like rather than just always going through these like AFK farming patterns to maximize, sometimes it's better just to not show and to go a little bit low on farm. That way, when you do pop out, they don't expect it, and you get a kill because your pattern has completely changed. And just to pop out once in a while and get that successful kill and then go back to AFK farming gives you so much power over your opponents because now they're just terrified and they don't know when you're going to jump out and kill them.
I've been seeing this a bit more, the value Blightstone on the Ember Spirit. I kind of like it.
I like it too.
It's just like your Side of Fist already does a lot of damage. Why not make it just that little bit better? It's hardly any kind of gold investment. Even if you're not going to build the Deso later on, you just sell it.
Yep.
It's like, it's really not a big deal. He has put the Flame Guard up. James wants him, but had to go into tower range.
I don't even know if that's a kill though, to be honest.
Even if they land that first stun? Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe
They
the
could.
maybe the
It's a
Embrace.
level 4 flame guard though.
They could kill him.
So 3 points spiked
Yeah, maybe.
into the Split Earth, into the
spike,
Phantom.
yeah.
Spiked is like, what, 1.6 seconds, and then there's a lot of
1.8,
stuns.
yeah.
Plus Purify, that would go through.
True.
It'd be close.
How many times have we seen this bottom, right? A Centaur just getting strong.
Getting Vanguard
yeah,
and just taking the tower for free, yeah. And then he takes over all this space and just keeps farming it. I even see games where, I think this is even one of those games, where the Vanguard, in terms of the game, like you don't look at it and say, oh, the enemy team has a ton of right-clickers, I should get a Vanguard. I think the Vanguard is about being able to tank creeps and towers and just take no damage at all.
It's about lane control. It allows you to continue to exert your pressure and your hero's hero on the lane, and it forces the enemy carries to just leave.
Yep. And we talked about this the last game, how item builds sort of dictate hero strength in some ways, and now that face boots give armor, dude, this hero's so tanky and so strong. Bottom lane, they find Lanham. He should probably go down here. Inkswell, the Centaur ultimate actually. Disruption to save as well with the ultimate on top of James. He's now in some trouble. Pops the Carapace, will stun all 3 enemy heroes. The Soulbind as well, just to find a little bit of peel. James shall survive, and now XM, he's on the pursuit. Soulbind does fade. Lanham hiding in the trees. He's actually going to tank a stun. Well played by XM. Finds the kill. Nafu, he's going to escape. Afu is the name of the villain in Samurai Jack, right? Aku.
Aku, yeah.
Man, one of the greatest shows of all time. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it.
Did you watch the new season?
I did not. I did not.
I haven't done it either. I've been meaning to. Maybe that's something I'll watch on the plane. on my way home.
How are you going to download it on the plane?
I'll download it before I go.
You
get on
wouldn't
the plane.
download a car.
You wouldn't download an airplane.
Ugh.
So it's going Treads, Midas, and Diffusal. I can't complain at all. I frankly don't care. Congrats, you got tons of attack speed.
Slark has a Midas.
Yep. He's doing okay.
He's going to escape Setsu and Flyby, trying to get aggressive. And as you said, he'll Flyby with the extra ring of health, just tanking the tower. No damage really
Taking
dealt.
literally no damage. Yep.
They drop wards as well, really trying to secure this mid-tower, arguably the most important objective in the game of Dota 2. Medallion scooped up by Setsu. Thoughts on that one, Basekip? You did say you like the Blightstone.
Weird.
I think this is a nice value on it. If they take Roshan in an unexpected way with the Mass Serpent wards, then I'm down. If otherwise, maybe a little bit weird.
You know what I think it is? What it might be is that he's it's allowing him to push creep waves without having to use Flame Guard all the time. Maybe could be something like that. Because like you just saw him use it on the previous creep wave. He used it on the one that he was auto attacking. Increases the sleight of fist damage.
If you don't have Maelstrom, you can't randomly spike Carapace and Maelstrom problem. But he is going for it anyway. I just think it's more value damage with the slight, and then he can maybe even build into a solar later for the anti-mage.
Top lane, they're going to initiate onto the Omni Knight. He does have the Heavenly Grace down, but it's only level 1. They missed the stun as well on Flyby. Now the TP is coming in. It's just the Grimstroke. Now will be followed up by XM, but they're already well out of dodge. All 5 CDC heroes actually up top. Oh, sorry. Nyx is bottom. James continuing to try and farm. Gets the Carapace off. However, now he'll tank a Purge. Afu going to spam with the poison. This should be a kill. Monet would love to claim the last hit here. Carapace up in just 1 second. Don't tell me he's going to live. He's going to live. Afu is going to get caught now. Has no disrupt. Will continue to spam the Shadow Poison perhaps. Trying to juke through the trees, but no, he will go down. Monet now looking to man up. He blinks away. Lon M thinking about getting involved.
Guys, there's a Slark in this game.
With attack speed.
This is the first Slark I've seen all China qualifiers.
We saw one yesterday.
No, we didn't. That wasn't Slark, man.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Some throwy shit.
Damn, you were really. Who was that?
I mean, look at that. He pounced, and he actually solo killed the fucking support.
That was Shadow, wasn't it? Was it Aventador that game?
Yeah, it was. It was Shadow. You were actually flaming a TI winner.
Who didn't buy Shadowblade?
And?
Lost the game. Was he the one? Was that the game where the Shadow Demon or the Slark did bottom damage for his team? Yeah, he did like 5,000. Everyone else was like 7 to 10. Yeah, that was garbage. Slark's probably top DPS already. Get out of the game. He's going to carry this.
You heard it here first, kids. Oh, top lane. We got initiation. Once again, the Heavenly Grace goes down before the stun. Now a dump stun by James. XM looking to follow up. The disrupt, though, to save. Will it be enough to get the Emperor Spirit out? He does not have a remnant up. Now, will shoot one to the right. Now, is he going to go back in? No way. He's going to continue to chase. Has chains available. The stun by Flyby will collect James. And a long-range shackle by Lanam. How is that a thing? The silence, now turning it around actually. 1, 2, 3, looking to pursue. Has the ink spell on top of him. Now trying to get on top of the aim, and in fact just gets juked out. Monet blinks back, finds Eve. The Slark just dies. Whoa.
He got hexed.
Did he have ult up? Yes, he did. Just got caught out. Yeah. Now another disruption. This should be a follow-up kill. Grimstroke dead, and Ember continuing to move forwards. Nice save. Heavenly Grace to purge off the chains. Otherwise, that could have been a problem. And
a fight.
Really nice efficiency as well by Monet, already in the bottom lane, pushing out.
And it didn't even look great there for Royal at the start. I mean, the Nyx got the counter initiation. Leshrac looked like he was going to clean up, but then the Shadow Demon disruption at the perfect time to keep Am alive before he was going to get killed. And yeah, they just kept getting kills after kills.
Omni Knight was pretty much the entire fight.
Oh, was
right?
he?
I think he got like 1 spell off.
That makes sense because he got initiated on at the start of it, right?
Yeah, they just. I was looking at the damage and just like Leshrac didn't really do a whole lot. The Omni only matters if he's making one of your damage dealers survive to be like twice as valuable, right? And if they just die, and the Omni Knight doesn't have any mana, then what is the Omni Knight pick even doing?
Yeah, that's true. I don't even think you should be looking to fight here. Like I know you're against an AM, but he's stronger than your Slark at the moment.
He's getting pretty big.
He's 700 from a Diffusal. If he has that item, perhaps you can look to get involved. But Ember Centaur are the strongest heroes on map, and I love the itemization from Flyby. Skip the blink, phase, Vanguard, pipe, even a casual bracer. He is so tanky. 2,200 health. How much physical resist? 41%, magic resist 58%, plus the active shield and the block from the Vanguard. he is not targetable. You cannot kill this hero if you're CDEC. Your Leshrac just doesn't do enough.
It's going to be a long time till anybody feels comfortable killing him. It's going to take like Slark with like 3 items till they're happy to slap the Centaur.
And CDC still have only taken 1 tower. Lanham waiting in the trees, suspected that XM was going to come here. He's dead.
He's just dying so fast.
Yeah, I didn't even have time to get the play-by-play, and thanks, Base Kid.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got my back.
I mean, what can he do against the Demonic Purge, actually? There's a lot of the save is dependent on the Yules and like the Guardian Angel, but...
And that was the first thing you rushed to was Yules.
And it's one of the reasons that the hero gets picked up a lot was the change, where previously the Purge would only function immediately, whereas now it's constantly removing positive buffs. So you can't Yules it off, and you come down immediately. There's just there's nothing you can do.
Hey, look, it's Centaur sieging another tower. Check it out.
Do you think that...
Oh, we might see the interaction now. No, never mind.
Do you think that the Lesh should have skipped Yules for that reason?
Maybe, because it always feels like such a nice survivability item. Having another interrupt against like the Shadow Shaman can also be
That's true.
important.
I think you probably wanted it for setup as well. It's better offensively than defensively this game.
Oh, bottom lane, they're initiating onto the Centaur. As you said, Flyby. He's going to get the Hex off onto Eve, but the Heavenly Grace keeps him so healthy. 2 points DJ and Aura. They're trying to pursue. They know there's no Stampede up, but the 4 heroes of RNG just retreat, holding hands, ensure that no man is left behind.
Slark with Heavenly Grace is going to be so good this game, actually.
Yeah. It's my favorite combo, I think. Slark and Storm with Grace are my favorites.
Man, Storm used to be so broken with Repel.
Yeah.
that was so good.
It's just a perfect buff for Slark, because you get status resist, you cleanse the initial stun, he can do it himself.
It's raw HP.
Yeah, and Slark just wants to stay in fights, right, to get more stacks. It's not about, like, cleave or anything crazy.
I went Flameguard DPS on Ember this game. Interesting.
Ooh. Do you like that?
I mean, nobody ever does it, right? They always go Searing Chains.
Yep.
But if he's against an Omni and a Slark, it kind of makes sense, because the duration isn't really going to be used that much. You could even argue it's bad against Nyx a little bit too, because more Carapace potential.
It's a very good point.
I really like this talent. I think this is like a little bit underpicked. The other thing is that this often signals that you're going to be going for like a fast BKB, because at that point your Flame Guard is completely undispellable and you can just sit in the middle of the fight on top of people. I
remember maybe pioneering that where LGD would hit this BKB timing with like an Ember Gyro, and it's 60 Flame Guard it's a radiance. It's a radiance of damage. You just add to your ability. It's very significant.
What's the damage normally? 60 as well.
It's 40, 60 to it's double the damage of Flame Guard.
Yeah, that's really good. I like the BKB point. Otherwise, I've gotten it like once or twice before, but I never thought about the BKB interaction. That's a greait idea.
Yeah, maybe we'd go. There were games I think he went like Drums Blink BKB or Drums BKB into Blink, and with the talent, you just don't need items if you are able to end the game in the mid game.
It's terrifying for supports. You get this BKB Ember on top of you, and there's just nothing that you can do. Like your supports in most games are your lockdown, as well. So the Ember just dives into the back lines with Fire Remnant up. And it's also a situation when you do enough damage that you don't need to really use your Remnants offensively as much. So you just burn down the supports, and then as soon as they're dead and the cores are coming over to try and hit you, you just jump away. Setsu with a lot of gold, still deciding on the next item. Did go back for the Maelstrom. Just such a nice farming item. James? Oh, the Flame Guard just ran out.
What the heck was that? She was fiery.
James still tracking. Setsu? Holy, I thought for sure he was going to go down there, but Flyby's actually going to initiate onto the Grimstroke. He goes down. Setsu chasing. A nice shackle onto James. That's going to be another follow-up kill, I do believe, although the Carapace will buy him a couple of seconds. Might look to teleport out here. No stun on the Centaur just yet. Oh, he jukes into the trees, but Flyby, he doesn't even see it. That was a nice play by James.
Yeah, that was good. Is that a 9k gold advantage?
Yes.
Yep.
Jeez.
I mean, AM's just huge, right?
Yeah.
They were all huge.
14.1k anti-mage. We haven't even really seen Monet too much this game. It's been all about the rest of the team just running around, and he's got 280 creeps.
I like the decision to go Solar Crest, though. I think if you're going to win this game, you're just buffing the Slark. You grace him, you Solar Crest him, and you hope that he ends up killing everything.
It's 80 attack speed.
Bottom.
It happened with the Slark yesterday, too. It actually helped his attack
Grace
speed a lot.
is out, but I don't think it's going to be enough to save him. A great ward trap by Lanham. The GA will get popped. He kills off one ward, trying to TP away, but Mana Void. They even had the disruption. There was no way XM was going to live there. Really nice sweep of the map. And look at the vision as well that the Dire have. No wards up for the Radiant team. This is a near impossible game to play next Assassin. Oh, a pounce just a little off. That would have been a kill, I believe. That's very ballsy by Setsu there. He's just kind of playing with him at this point.
They have hard to land disables kind of outside of like the Nyx. So they could be a little aggressive, I guess.
Okay, so it is going to be your BKB for Setsu. It's just such a nice item and so nice with the talent.
Yep. And basically now nothing's gonna affect him. He can't get pounced. He just can't die anymore.
Yep.
So because they're ahead, it's just gonna give them even more capability to take fights, map control, Roche, that kind of thing.
Oh.
They're gonna fight mid.
Oh, wow. Initiation, but James with the sick carapace there, but there's so much damage from the Soul Catcher coming out. Slark, he's immediately popping his ultimate, even with the Grace still on him, trying to get some stacks from Setsu, but forced to retreat. Now the Grimstroke ulti comes out. Both heroes immediately killing off the silence. 1, 2, 3 staying in the fight. Eve's got to be careful. He's got no ultimate available. Does have the double stun, though, coming through. Will finish off Afu. BKB now on the Ember Spirit. Setsu completely invulnerable, killing everyone with this Flame Guard. Takes out the Omni. Slark in the back lines will find himself the Rasta as well, but now in no man's land. No Dark Pact, but a huge stun from James. But it doesn't matter. There's no ultimate on the Slark. He used it way too early. And now James, Carapace, that Centaur double edge, but still goes down. A 4-for-2 exchange. Great buyback from Afu. I do believe that disrupt defensively did save one of his cores. Don't know which one. I was distracted. And it opens up Roshan. 8 to 15, 11k lead. RNG starting to run away with it.
You can blame Slark's ultimate there for being early, but I don't know if you saw his damage tab, he was the only person on his team that dealt damage in that fight at all. And his target acquisition, it was just good. It was weird that he used his ulti just so that Ember could disengage essentially, but the rest of the target acquisition was great. He nailed both supports. He disengaged from the Ember again when Ember had BKB active to kill the Shadow Shaman.
Was Leshrac in that fight? I don't think so. I don't think so. I didn't notice him at least.
Looks like he just died kind of early, right?
Or it was a previous gank, maybe.
Maybe. But then, like, Afu bought back in here, so I think that was...
Oh, might have another engagement. Hang on. Yule's on to fly, but he pops the ultimate. Another great ward trap by Lana. That Heavenly Grace doesn't matter when you're purged. He's not going to try and flee, but I don't think it's going to be enough. And in fact, Setsu, he's there once again with the BKB. Now, James dusted up. No Carapace, no hope. He'll go back to the fountain in 35 seconds as Monet continues to press his advantage. Did they take the Bounty Runes top already? 1-1, the exchange, and now Dire, of course, will claim the 2 remaining bottom.
Man, Leshrac just feels useless this game.
If you don't take the towers and you don't have a farm advantage to pressure the map, this hero looks so bad.
Especially against Shadow Demon and AM.
Yeah, the Shadow Demon pick is... Shadow Demon, I think this hero is feels really, really strong.
Look at his skill build. He's maxing poison last, actually.
Yep.
A little weird.
He goes in, loses all his mana, forced to retreat back to the fountain. RNG know this. They'll be able to claim the tower for sure. And this is the sort of play I can get behind. You know, kill the tier 3, kill the shrines, play conservatively. But much like IG 2 games ago, RNG proving that they recognize the importance of playing around their timings. They have the Aegis, they have the Butterfly on the AM. Like, they're so strong, they want to cripple Cdec, ensure they have no hope of coming back into this game.
And this means that things now, if RNG win this, things get a little bit more interesting for Cdec, right? Oh, like, Cdec would be 5-2 if they won this, but now they're going to be 4-3.
Yep.
So which puts them in the range where they might end up in the big tiebreaker. That could happen.
Yeah, RNG, they're still, they do have 1 game remaining. After this one, it would be against Team Serenity, who are pretty much against the ropes, and in fact, I think nearly guaranteed to be eliminated unless they get very lucky. They would need multiple teams of 3 and 4 to survive. Yep, good disruption to save, though. Eve will pop the BKB. Now, Monet going forwards. He still has that Aegis, of course. XM pops the BKB in time to ensure he doesn't die to the Mana Void, as Eve, out of mana, has the full stick, but his BKB is now on cooldown as well. A nice stun onto Monet's respawn. They land the stun, the pounce. Yule's up into the air as well. They kill the Anti-Mage. He's dead for 84 seconds. The wards will they be able to finish off the melee racks? No. Yes? Maybe?
No, that's fine.
Instead of 1-for-0, just a buyback on Grimstroke. You take those all day if you're CDC.
Yeah, it's not bad. Slark got a bunch of damage in. Yeah, he was there for the kill. I don't know if he got the final blow or not, but the BKB helps a lot. Doesn't have to worry about mana burn as much, nor disables. That'll open up the Heavenly Grace to be putting on like Leshrac or somebody else instead too. He's going Butterfly next.
Yeah.
Like these items just they look so much better, honestly.
And if the game gets to the point where the Slark starts to feel like he's getting out of control, the Omni's just going to make that even more so. I was just about to say that like Omni looks so bad when you're behind, right? But if you've got one core that can just go ham, that's what we've seen in some of these games in the qualifier.
Yep.
It's like they all of a sudden just feel completely unstoppable.
If RNG win this game,
Like everyone could be 4-3.
we have a very realistic possibility that 5 teams would be tied for 3 spots. How does that even work?
Do they just have to like round robin?
Do we just
again?
like start another group stage off, or,
yeah,
or what?
Is it just a 5-team round robin? Like, I don't know. Maybe it won't happen. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
I don't want to.
Fight might be
I
happening.
won't be there.
Can we go to the other road?
I'm gonna jump off that
Fly
bridge.
by. He's initiated on. This could be bad. He's going to get forced forwards. Now Pounce, the BKB from Eve. He's unCCable. He's getting so many stacks from this. His 6th permanent agility, but 17 of the ones that do fade. Now the purge into Setsu forces the BKB. Setsu will slight. We're going to probably be able to escape unscathed with that slight. He's going Nullifier. Base kip. What? That doesn't purge Heavenly Grace.
It does not.
Purge GA.
It stops.
BKB usage.
Yeah.
True.
I mean, surely the main item is the BKB, but
What if you sleight of fist, and then use
Drop it
Nullifier while you're in the air?
Jesus Christ, guys. We have a game on our hands, don't we?
What do you mean?
I mean,
well, so if CDC win, that helps to avoid some of the tiebreaker scenarios, right? Then they're through, and it's only down to 2 spots for the remaining teams. And it can only be a 4-way tie at that point. And a 4-way tie is actually not that bad, because they'll just like make a bracket and play games concurrently. Anyway,
I love that we got so much action. Eve still no BKB, but should be fine.
if you don't want if you don't want tiebreakers, Kyle, you're cheering for CDEC here.
Okay.
Go Slark!
I love it.
He's close to being like really scary, actually. How's AM in terms of
Oh, hold up. Centaur holds forward. Setsu on the chase. Will be able to kill off the Grimstroke, no problem. Even mutes him for good measure. But Eve, he gets caught. Is there a Hex available? No, there is not. Do they have more disabled? Does not look that way. In fact, he'll just BKB teleport out, no problem. Monet, on the other hand, will chase. Nice blink forwards. But oh, what a carapace from James. Gets the cleave stun. Oh, but unfortunately, that means he might have to pay with his life as well. But no detection. So, in fact, he will just walk away. However, the gold lead actually shifting towards CDEC, even though they lose the 2 heroes, because they got so much gold on their XM Leshrac up top, who now has the Blink Dagger. Bottom racks is exposed. Omni Knight forced to buy back. This will be a 4-on-5. BKO, well, nope, that's it. They're going to retreat. Gem up on the Shadow Demon as well.
I think the disruption did have a short duration against that Omni, by the way. Did you guys see that? I could have swore it was short.
Yeah, I think so. There's actually a list on the wiki of abilities and items that aren't affected by status resistance. Yeah.
Okay.
And like Astral and Disruption must be affected because I saw those ridiculous 10-second Astrals with like Rubik and Bane. So.
When is Roshan spawning? 1 minute, possibly. 1 minute to 4 from now. Yep. No buyback on the Omni, of course, and Monet. Should have the BKB on Courier, right? Is that what's on? Yes, that is coming towards him. I like that decision, right? That's a good one.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a really nice item here. I don't know how, like, BKB before the Basher just seems like he should never really go down during the BKB unless Slark is hitting him the entire time. But Slark doesn't have an MKB. So the Butterfly should protect him from that, and the BKB protects him from everything else. And he can hopefully go ham.
Oh, hang on. Initiation. BKB popped in the AM, and then, the soul bind. Slark will continue to try and pursue. He wants to find a kill on the Rasta, but they're just so exposed now. And Monet and the Ambush Spirit are doing so much physical damage. Eve, under the cover of the ultimate, will continue to right-click, but he does not have enough stacks to deal efficient damage here. In fact, just gets immediately Mana Void popped by Monet. 4 dead, and only Afu on the deck. He could buy back if he wanted to as well. Monet looking to pursue James. Desperately trying to get out of dodge. Has the teleport, blink up in 2 seconds, but they're already into the base.
It's too hard for CDC to take fights when it's always Royal initiating. And especially, I don't know how, but he always gets the Omni Knight. He spotted the Omni out there. I don't even think they don't even have ward control there. It was just the first guy he spotted. Killing Omni at the start of the fight is so good.
Yeah, they kind of had their like front line, back line arranged like this, and then
yeah, they just strolled in from the front slash side.
In, yeah. All right. Oh. Buyback coming in, but XM, what can you do?
Nice 4-staff away. Is this gonna be Megas here? They're gonna kill the Rasta, but that's 3 melee racks dead.
Still range, half of a ranged.
All in for it.
Please.
Yes.
I love you so much, Monet. Oh, baby. I'm an RNG fan.
Wait, are you gonna if this causes a 5-way tie?
You never know. This could be a 90-minute game.
GG.
Oh.
All right.
All right. Bring on
you
the
never know.
ties.
This could be a 90-minute game. GG.
Okay.
Well, it was a nice improvement by the Slark. Like I think he kind of did the right thing, but his Lesh was